people events. With me here is former Miss Iyabo.
We gonna sit up now. We gonna sit up.
James Johnson.
I sit up. Nobody let's go now sit up. Somebody want go gaga. Yeah, make a bring the dagger. Have you make a pull the trigger? No, make a nice sit up. Because we over back me up.
People, events, and places. And with me here is former Miss Iyabo Abade, now Mr. James Johnson. I'd like to welcome you to People, Events, and Places.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please talk louder.
Thank
Is it? Where have you been? I've seen one or two things about you on television, on the internet. What's up?
Well, my name is formerly known as Iyabo Abade, one-time Fulham player of Nigeria and ex-player of FCT Queens Football Club and Julius Seni Football Club, and a national team player for the Nigerian Super Falcon back then in year 2000. And today, my story has been all over the world, up to date, still looking for a way out to get out of my challenge.
The challenge
of
is
being an intersex person that have both sex organ to people's knowledge. Let me just put it that way.
Yeah.
And up to date, I'm still struggling to get out of this because lack of sponsorship to enable me to go and finalize my surgery in the US. I have 2 more phases of surgery to round up at the moment, but still no support coming from anywhere. Just believing that God will touch the heart of good Nigerians all over the world to come in to intervene into my matters.
as the matter is now, it must have been very difficult to come out with your reality. What challenges did you face before eventually coming out?
My challenges then was, due to lack of information concerning an intersex person in Nigeria. Many people, you ask them what is intersex, they don't understand what is intersex. Or you talk about an hermaphrodite, they will like, oh, that guy, that woman, that's how they're going to put it. But at the same time, I faces a lot of challenges then back then, in the sense that due to lack of that information of being an intersex, that people don't really understand or have the idea of it. Some do discriminate about it and like, this is not a human. It's not a human. This one will say it's an animal. It's not a human or it's a devilish being. Such kind of words at an intersex person. If you don't have the God intervention in your heart, you can just go down there and commit suicide and just forget it and let the judgment be on God, whichever way you want to judge me. But I took the grace of God inside of me to let me build my mind that I can overcome it through God, and which is what I'm facing at the moment. Like, God has been my source of joy in times of me moving on with life, being an intersex person or not. I just want to be the most happiest person about life at the moment. And my main goal now is just how to raise that fund to enable me to finalize my final surgery in US. I have 2 more phases of surgery to round up, and all total of what I'm looking for at the moment is 13 to 14 million, because I have to stay back there for 1 good year and I have to get my accommodation and going to the hospitals for checkup and day in, day out. So that's what amount to that amount of
14
what
million.
I'm looking for here.
So what about family? When it all started, how did your family, your parents, your siblings see this?
They all knew it from childbirth, just that so unfortunate for them that they weren't able to raise the money, because I'm from a poor family.
From Delta State or where?
Yes, from Delta State,
Isoko?
from Isoko South in Nigeria. And I cannot force them, I cannot kill them, I cannot even pressurize them. All I do is, this is passion of what I love doing, being a footballer. And I believe that through the football thing, I can easily get my sponsorship. And I thank God that God was able to use the same spotlight to help me, to brought me out to the world, that this is my situation and this is how I was able to get the first sponsorship to enable me to go for the first and second
Who
surgery.
supported you then?
My first support came from the former FCT minister, that was Jeremiah Hosseini's wife. Julie Jeremiah Hosseini's wife. Now, after she left the office, she wrote it on memo that the next minister should round up with that, which Abagana and El-Rufai took over and finalized everything. But the main target of everything was former late Julie Hosseini, former Jeremiah Hosseini.
Okay, she was
wife.
the one that initiated it.
Yes.
Now, who did it? Abagana and El-Rufai?
Both of them did it because
Okay.
they both approved the first and second for checkup, and which
Okay.
I went for the first and second surgery, which now I'm looking for the final surface of everything once and for all.
Okay, so it will come. And who are you looking out for? We can also call on the minister as well because it has become their load. You live in Abuja.
I live in Abuja, but at the moment I felt within myself, I just felt I shouldn't bother them anymore because
Okay.
they've done a big role for me that if it wasn't for them today, I wouldn't be looking like this or being a happy person at the moment.
Okay.
But I just felt the well good wishers of Nigeria can still support me. Any of the rich person or even the poor person that wish to support, I will appreciate everything. I just want to be happy to live as a normal
As a James
human
Johnson.
life. Yeah,
It was good talking to you, James.
I play your song.
Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Musical Taliban #1. Hey, Trigger man. We gonna sit up. We gonna sit up. I sit up. Somebody let's go nice sit up. Nobody want go gaga. They make a bring the dagger. I be make a pull the trigger. No, make a nice sit up. Because of you over back me up. Go tell somebody by your left. Tell them say you don't welly. Go tell somebody by your right. Tell them say you don't sepelele. Look into my eyes and say the fire. Say me don't come to fulfill my desire. Look into my eyes and say the fire. Say me don't come to fulfill my desire. The wedding where we go, DJ na Jimmy Jati yo. Everybody just take collabo. Jehovah push me up, making money no go mess me up.